Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 15th going to the 21st of May. So I'm going to dive straight into it and see what's going on for you. All right, so bear with me. All right, Spirit, let's see what's going on, please, for Pisces for this week. What can you explain to us? What do Pisces need to hear right now? Interesting. Sorry for the faces. Now, immediately I can see that you dodged a bullet with something. Just remember that when, rejection is God's protection is one thing that we have to say. I actually kind of see that this is leading you towards doing something more frivolous and fun is the words coming through. All right, let's dive into the tarot for you. Oh, of course, your card came up first. Pisces, the Hanged Woman came through, which is exactly the same as the Hanged Man, I'm sure, as you can tell. This is about seeing things in a different perspective. And you're feeling quite stuck around this time. You kind of maybe don't know really what to do. Or you're wanting to move forward and you're unable to. The Hanged Woman is about, okay, so if you're stuck in a situation, you have time to look at things a little bit differently, to try and gain some sort of enlightenment from the situation that you're in and to see it from a different perspective, because one of your first oracle cards is not for you, which is, again, we are either rejected from something or we have to make a very difficult decision that something just isn't right for us anyways. So for those who have been rejected, maybe you're having to look at it in a different way. It may, I think you'll be able to see this a lot more clearly when you've done whatever this is, which is come to the edge. It is kind of understanding that something has been growing thin. All right, so a situation that you are in, you know that you needed to take a leap of faith away from this. Whenever this card comes through, I always say that this is kind of still crumbling. So you are aware that you needed to leave something, but maybe it wasn't the right time or the right situation that you were going to jump straight into. So now it is. This could be pertaining to a relationship, or you could be taking a leap of faith with a relationship. And I will dive into that in a second. So it kind of feels like this not for you may get in the way of this leap of faith. And it could be relocation, or it could be a new passionate beginning, because Ace of Wands is on the bottom of the deck as I'm saying this. So let me just clarify. I'm going to clarify each of these cards actually. So you're in your element. Let me just say, Pisces, this is your strongest point, and it may not feel like it when we're dealing with some difficult decisions and emotions from being rejected from something or something not working out the way that we wanted it to. But the Hanged Woman is saying that you are very talented and skilled at listening to your intuition. You're a very strong one out of all the signs, Pisces, but looking at things from a different angle. You guys are super, super knowledgeable. You have almost a vision that other people don't have. And let me just clarify. Let's clarify the not for you, please. Death. Oh boy. All right. That does feel like some sort of transformation. It does feel like something ended or something came to an end, very abrupt end. Sorry, I'm going to strip a little bit for you guys. It's getting a little bit hot. So the Death card actually does speak of something that's going to transform you. So even if something ended, death is a very difficult card to deal with. If we speak of it as literally death, it's kind of something that's not going to come back, something that is transforming into another energy. So we have to kind of move forward into the next chapter, and death is just about any kind of ending. I'm not predicting any death in your life, so don't worry. The Death card is just the fact that a chapter has come to an abrupt close and a new one is about to begin for you. So when we change, when we grow with that energy, when we resist, when we avoid resisting with the flow, that things are not going to work out, and that's okay. You are more able to accept this new chapter for what it is, and you're more aware of it. Whereas some people really do look into the past, as you've seen, and try to revive something that clearly is not going to be revived. The not for you is just saying it's worth not to do that. It's worth to just focus on moving forward and not to engage in past energy. All right, we forgive, we move forward, we move on, because the next chapter is what Spirit's wanting you to focus on. So let me clarify the come to the edge. Wow, really? The difference of these cards is incredible. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So there is some very good news coming your way. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Ten of Cups is complete happiness, is the ultimate emotional satisfaction card. So I think you're going to get some good news. And I think that this good news for yourself is also going to impact positively other people around you. All right, but let me just jump into the middle energy because we have loyal hearts in between this. Okay, let's clarify loyal hearts. Okay, 1, 2. One more, please, Spirit. Interesting. Now, we have Five of Cups and Seven of Cups coming through, which is a disappointment and confusion when it comes down to a relationship or to do with the people that you have around you. So some of you, this may have been a relationship that came to an end. You were very confused and very upset about it, very disappointed about it. Or maybe it was news to do with you and somebody else. For those of you who are in a very loving, loyal connection, there may have been some disappointment and a lot of confusion and uncertainty when it comes down to your position. But I do see that there is a leap of faith that is coming through, maybe for your relationship or you moving away from it, whoever you are. For some of you, you are removing yourself from a person. Others of you are removing yourself from something with a person, and you're both going to be taking this leap of faith together. Because loyal hearts is, a very strong, steady connection. So for those who are in relationships, it is good, but it does feel like the both of you are dealing with some upset and disappointment here. And Seven of Cups is very tough too. All right, for you Pisces, when it comes down to your work, don't you worry. We have the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So what this speaks of is of confidence, all right? This is somebody, and this is coming up in your energy, by the way, with this Queen of Wands, is that you're going to really be finding something that you're very skilled in. And I do believe that this is something that is going to cause you to be very attractive to opportunities around you. For some of you, if you're creating your own company or you already have your own company, then this is a really good sign that your skills and abilities are getting stronger, and therefore you're going to be attracting in a lot of opportunities, customers, clients, whatever it is that you do, because this beautiful energy that you have. You also have the Sun card coming through on the bottom of the deck here as well, which is complete happiness and joy. So really, really, really positive news. Okay, clarify the Death card, please. The Death card is coming through with the King of Cups. Okay, so what this is asking of you, it could have been with a water sign that you were dealing with. All right, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but because you are a water sign, this is coming up for you. As some advice here with the King of Cups, with the Death card, because it's asking for you to gain some emotional stability with this situation and to understand your emotions on a higher level. As you can see, it's about understanding that you carry this trophy. You are the trophy here, Pisces, and you can gain a lot of knowledge and wisdom from overcoming some very difficult situations, and it does feel like that this is the case, okay? But when you look at it in that way, it becomes more empowering. When you see it in a position of, okay, well, then that's ended and I just give up on everything, then you start to... what's the opposite of empower? You do that to yourself. You know what I mean? By understanding that you are a super amazing person, regardless of what people think of you, whether it's relationships, whether it's career, whatever is left with this Death card, this change, transformation, this ending. Understand your worth here. Gain some emotional maturity from this and understand that this is not a definition of you. How people view you is not a definition of you. All right, you can define yourself, and you hold this trophy here. So if one person doesn't see that you have a gift and that you are very successful, or whatever the trophy means in your world, then somebody else will. Like, don't worry, this opinion or this situation is not the end all be all, so don't worry. This Come to the Edge is a beautiful energy though, so I'm going to dive into this a little bit more and see what this Come to the Edge is about. So it is like a leap of faith. It is kind of similar to a full card energy, which is about starting that new journey. Which is coming through with the Wild card here, Pisces, which is new beginnings. This is exactly what the Death card is speaking about here, about ending of old cycles, beginning of new ones. In the Wild is your oyster when this card comes through. This is positive new beginnings. And with that being said, another card that came through to clarify the Come to the Edge is the Chariot. So some of you may be traveling, some of you may really be having new goals that really, bring you in even more excitement, okay, with this Wild card. Now, some of you could be actually receiving some sort of like news here to travel or to have this new beginning. Sorry, I'm like really, don't know what's going on with me today. The Chariot card is really running towards it and having so much freedom and determination to do so. And I think this is going to bring you a lot of happiness because something didn't work out and that brought a lot of unhappiness, and we had to gain some maturity or emotional balance over that. Maturity, by the way, doesn't mean that you're being immature. It's just about understanding the bigger picture of this. Because sometimes when we're in an emotionally immature energy, that's it, you kind of react, you're more reactive. So you're gaining, usually the King of Cups is sitting on top of the ocean here, so it doesn't allow the waves to come crashing down and bring him below. It's staying on top of it. Understand that you have it handled. Don't let it, overrule your emotions and, ruin your life, which is very dramatic of me to say, but hey, it happens. Let's clarify the Hanged Woman then, which is your overall energy. Six of Wands. Seeing the other side of the story, seeing the other side of this is understanding that you can still be successful. And actually you do have success coming up ahead of you, which I'm seeing here. The similarities between the Six of Wands and the Chariot is kind of enjoying the ride. People on roller coasters are the ones who do that. It's about not being fearful. It's not being afraid. So don't be afraid of what's to come. I do see with the Seven of Cups that things are a bit confusing right now. There's a lot of emotions involved with what's going on with you. But the Six of Wands is like when people have their hands up in the air. It's like when you know that something is guarding you. If you imagine it like they want to... Okay, I'm going to explain to you a roller coaster and what this metaphor is meaning. Is like by understanding that you are protected, which you are. The universe is almost a safety barrier of the roller coaster and life is just the ride. And you are definitely going on this very fun time, but this can be very, very the opposite if you aren't trusting in the universe or trusting in yourself that you're protected with whatever it is that you're doing. And I think that this not for you energy and this ending is so that you can have this beautiful fun energy that's coming through for you. It's going to bring you so much adrenaline and so much success. Chariot and the Six of Wands. Some balance into your life. Because otherwise, if that safety barrier was not there, roller coasters would be very different feelings, So that's how they're kind of showing it to me, okay? Anything else for Pisces? One more card, please, for the week. Thank you. We have the Page of Pentacles. All right, so this is actually starting something new. Maybe you guys are learning something new or learning a new skill. All right, the Princess of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, and this is kind of like an apprentice card. It's about learning as you're doing things. So one of your last messages here, Pisces, is really understanding that you get to plant seeds along the way. You get to choose which seeds that you plant. So instead of planting a seed of when things go wrong and planting that thought in the ground and going, okay, well then nothing's ever going to go right for me, and life is crap and blah blah blah, you're planting those seeds. That is what's going to grow more and more. So you get to be in control of the things that grow and the things that just stay where they are. And of course we can't control all of our thoughts and emotions, and it's very normal to experience some negativity in life and inside of you also. But it's about understanding that you get to choose along the way what you grow and what you don't, and what you focus on and what you don't focus on, what you want to learn more of and dive into more of, and what you don't. So it's kind of this energy of bringing more control into your life by taking each step as it comes. This is about long-term goals, long-term gain. Okay, so not doing things that are here for short-term pleasure. It kind of does feel like whatever is coming in store for you. We have some incredible cards, if I can try and pick them all up for you. Moving forward into your future, when you take this leap of faith, when you bring in this flirtatious energy to life, to see what it has to offer here, then all of a sudden all this beautiful energy is coming through, where this emotional fulfillment comes through, this travel comes through, this fast forward movement comes through in this new beginning. So I do see amazing things are coming for you, Pisces. Let's just make sure that that's the seed that gets planted here. Alrighty, let's see what's going on. So your first card here is marriage, okay? We have Lily here, spiritual love coming through. We have key, all right? successful outcome to your problems. And we have man. You could be the man, could be dealing with a man. It says dealings in relationship with a man. And we also have money path on the bottom of the deck here. Path with money is waiting for you to find it. So for some of you, your relationship could definitely be going further. You could be meeting somebody here who can really help you solve your problems. And there's a very spiritual connection you were probably supposed to meet at this time. All right, from what I'm picking up on. But a very, very important message to come through. Anything else, please, for Pisces? We have a few, and I'm just going to read them out to you. The first one is the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. Now, I have a few messages for this. This does remind me of that Page of Pentacles, of like making sure that you use your thoughts wisely, like what you're focusing on, what you choose to grow is super, super important. So if that's your thoughts, if that's your way of thinking, then make sure we're really paying attention to what's going on in our mind. But the pig spirit, as you can see, it has wings on it. And have you ever heard the saying of like, oh yeah, when pigs fly, like I'll do this, which basically means it's impossible. So I'm never going to do it. This is now flying. This pig now has wings. So the time is now to do something impossible. Don't limit yourself. Use your mind wisely. Make sure that you plant the things that are going to grow endlessly and believe in the impossible, okay? We then have armadillo spirit. So set healthy boundaries. This is super important. Maybe this is something that happened in the past when this was overlooked. The armadillo spirit, as you can see, has a very strong casing on its back, so it doesn't allow things to get to it. It has that boundary in place. So if something's trying to mess with your emotions, or if something is messing with your emotions, please understand that you have the protection that you need inside of you to rebuke that energy that's trying to keep you down. And you have equal spirit, so spirit does have your back, and it's very similar to that roller coaster ride. They're asking you to enjoy the new things that are being brought into it because you're completely protected. All right, Pisces, I love you guys. Wish you all the best. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And I hope to see you guys next time, okay?